Alright, so we got the car up in the air. So this is where the huge oil leak is coming from, this housing here. This housing gets bolted to the block. There's also the lower radiator hose connects to this too. So we're gonna change the gasket that's behind here. That thing's just leaking like crazy. So it's, you know, it's covering all this. The rack and pinion bushings are starting to swell up. So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna pressure wash all this, get as much stuff as we can. And the good thing about it is that we gotta change the radiator because it's leaking radiator fluid right there from this seam. It's dripping everywhere. And also on the back side, it's also leaking from the heater hoses. So the good thing, we're gonna drain this oil, and we're gonna take this housing off and show you where they leak, and let's go ahead and fix it. So you see now, got it pretty nice and clean. So we're gonna go ahead and drain the coolant. We're gonna drain the oil, take this oil filter off, get to those 4 bolts, take off the lower radiator hose, and let's go from there. So we're gonna just blow everything out. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna loosen this. Oh, of course, it's all greasy on the other side. So let's see if we can get this thing broke loose. Trying to make a mess. So sometimes what I'll do is the box that it comes in, kind of make like a little way for the oil to come dripping out of it so it doesn't get everywhere. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see here. I think this girl in this car was like 8,000 miles over her oil change. It's a young girl who owns this car. So take that out. Set that in there. Well, the bad thing is he's gonna drip all over us now. Let's see if we get lucky. And it drips straight down. Yes, it will. Look at that. So as that drips all over us, try to put a little rag there. We'll disconnect the little electrical. This is a oil pressure sensor. So I get you guys closer. Alright, maybe that might be a little better. This is an oil pressure sensor. Alright, so we'll disconnect this. Get that up out of the way. And then, if you're lucky, this radiator has a drain plug on it. Yes, it does. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drain the oil out of it now. We got the coolant draining. We'll drain the oil out of it. See if this plug is stripped out. Looks like it's not. We're gonna make a mess. Not bad. Dirty oil, but not bad. Alright, so that's done draining. As good as it's gonna get with a cold engine. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, we should be able to take off this oil filter housing. So we have, looks like they're 14 millimeters. 13 millimeters. So we got a couple bolts. So we got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, or No, there's only four. 4 bolts. There's one. It's 1 bolt. 2. Let's see here. A little bit of coolant, a little bit of oil. So we're trying to take this off with the lower radial hose attached to it. I don't know if I can do that or not. Well, anyways. So there you can see. That's going crazy. So you can see right here, this is your gasket. That's your gasket that goes bad. It's got 2 oil feed and return, and this is for your coolant that goes into the block. So that's a gasket that we were after. So the new one that we got is that one right there. So it looks just like that. So we're gonna clean that flange off. Gonna clean this one off. Maybe I can see if I can disconnect the other hose and get it out of there. So again, with the super scraper that I got, had this for a long time. It's got a nice little carbide bit on the end. So what we can do here is we can just real easy, a little bit of oil. It's real easily. Just use this. The super scraper that I've had, it's got a really sharp carbide bit on it. So you got to be careful when you start cleaning stuff like this, because if you get it up like on the edge, and you will gouge into the aluminum. So just let the tool do the work. And that's all nice and smooth. We'll spray down some carb cleaner, get it all cleaned up. That's pretty much ready to go. Alright, so got you guys propped up in there. This is the flange that we're going to try to clean. And get up in here. So now the block itself is iron, so you can be a little bit more aggressive with the block. But this is going to clean all this garbage out of here. I prefer using this as much as I can before we break out the old cookie wheel, the old green, finger 3M, little angle grinder, little air angle grinder. I prefer using this because this stuff. The good thing about it is that you can push against it and you can actually pull back. Same thing. So again, the fact that this is an iron block, you can be a little bit more aggressive on this one. Once we got that. Oh man. Well, that's all nice and clean. Spray off the other half. So again, we got a gasket that goes in there. This is a rubber and plastic gasket, so usually no sealant or anything is required on these ones. Just put it on nice and dry. So we're gonna come up here. Alright, let's try this again. So try to put this up, feed it up in there. One bolt started. Get in the hole. We got one. The other one going. It's starting to rain outside. Actually, it's been raining all day. Luckily, we're underneath the car. Don't have to worry about that. Get one going. Another one going. Alright, so now that I got them all ran down, yeah, it fits a lot better. Okay, so just give it a little turn. That should be good. This is aluminum, so don't gotta crank it down too tight. Just use the old calibrated elbow, torque it down. A little more. Alright, so that thing's tight. Get you guys down from here so you can see we got all four bolts. So we hook up the lower radiator hose and then hook up the oil pressure sensor, and then we're gonna finish up. We're actually gonna change the radiator too. So I'm gonna get some of the stuff all apart, and then once I get it all started, we'll come back. I'll bring you guys, because this is what I wanted to show you guys here, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got the car started. One right here. No leaks. New filter. There's no coolant leaks. Everything's good to go. So there you go, guys. That's how you fix the oil filter housing gasket on a 2002 Ford Mustang GT. It's got the 4.6. Some of the Ford F-150s, actually all the Ford's F-150s with the 5.4 or the 4.6 have the same type of gasket, have the same type of leak. So the only difference is the ones that have the front four-wheel drive, the front differential, it makes it a little bit more difficult to get out because that's something else that's in the way. This one was pretty easy. So click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, click the notification bell. That way you guys get notified every time I put a video out. Remember guys, if you keep breaking them, I'll keep fixing them. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.